Hey Cole, Hayden here from Pacific Toyota Cairns, mate. Thank you for your internet inquiry. I'm just doing a virtual tour of this Land Cruiser 79 series for you, in which you inquired on. I will address some of the questions that you did ask me in the inquiry regarding the whereabouts of some accessories and what are some accessories. So I'll go over that very shortly. Mate, a bit about us. We're actually the largest used car operation within Queensland in the Toyota dealer network. On top of that, we're part of the Servco group. Servco is actually the largest Toyota group within Australia. As you can see over there, you've got our brand new Lexus and new car showrooms, as well as our service centre here. The Toyota Service Centre does over 100 cars a day in servicing. Us in used cars do anywhere between 145 to 165, and we probably send about 30 to 40% of our stock down south as far as Melbourne, Victoria, in virtually the same pattern that we're doing now by running over the cars with a virtual tour. Mate, the great thing about buying off us is we are a Toyota certified used car yard, so everything's been properly checked and made sure it's brought up to speed. Mate, so a little bit about the car. As you can see, you're running the ARB bull bar on it. The lights do look ARB, but I can't see any ARB branding on them itself, so I couldn't 100% confirm that one for you. The winch is a worn winch. As to the exact rating, I'm not too sure. I have seen one of these modules before, and I believe it was a 10,000 pound, but I could be wrong. I will have to confirm that exactly for you. As you can see, full black bull bar on the vehicle. We've currently got the little aerial on. It does come with quite a tall aerial system. We were able to get roughly, when we did a radio checkup here, about 40 kilometers away, which is quite awesome. Down here, running the Cooper Discoveries. They are a mud terrain tyre, so quite abrasive. As you can see, still a good chunk of tread on there. Just a little bit of inside here. It's going to run over as much of the panelling of the vehicle as possible. That way you can see absolutely everything. So just a little bit of a mark on there. Obviously it is being a Land Cruiser, so very reliable. We can certainly get to those places that normal cars can get to. A little bit of chip marks on there. As for the canopy, mate, I can't find who actually built it. Based on some of the work, we're not too sure whether it's custom or whatnot, but looks still a well put together solid structure, but not sure whether it's a custom job or not. As you can see, a little bit of service rust on the gow. Pretty standard for galvanised steel trays. This canopy does have a, what do you call it, a false floor for the dog box, but it's actually got its own floor inside here. As well as if you want to lift off the canopy, we do have the original sides there as well for the tray, as you can see all there. We do have water, what do you call it, tanks on each side. Just want to show you all the chassis, get in as far as I can, sort of show you everything underneath the cab. While running the single spare tyre on the back, still plenty of tread on that tyre up there. You can see the alloy all mounted on. I believe, I've been told this is to crush cans, so I'm assuming that's after having a beer or something. Mate, Boyd's Fabrications for rear draw systems, that's nice and handy. Not sure if it's unlocked, but I'll give it a whirl. Yeah, it looks like it. tow bar as well on there. Another water tank on this side as well. And there is room for the second spare tyre, as you most likely saw before. Now the electronics, once again, not sure who's fitted these. I wasn't able to find out the information, but you run your 2 USB sockets on that side there, as well as your cigarette lighter port there. You do have your different controls on here as well. For controlling those, I would suggest, once again, another port and a solar charge regulator is sitting there. And you've got Anderson plugs all the way through. Does run the 3-inch exhaust on it. Mate, as for other engine mods, there's nothing that I can really see underneath the bonnet, which I will show you very shortly. I'll show you again on the front here. All easy to unplug if you are wanting to remove the canopy, even though it has all the wires hard fitted. Look at all the panelling. A little bit of a mark there on the front passenger door. Show you more of the panelling. All the way back to the front. Got the bonnet up just to show you underneath, so it's pretty nice and clean in here all around the bay. Jumping out the car, so done 44,000 Ks, Land Cruiser GXL dual cab chassis. In here, because it's a GXL model, no, it's minor but very useful. Clock does come standard. You've also got your Bluetooth head unit, so you can hook up your phone to that, make any phone calls that you might need. You can play your Bluetooth music through as well. Pretty standard AC side of things, so regarding your compressor, regulator and stuff like that, nice and easy, especially if you've had a Toyota before, you'll be used to that. Manual aerial, standard cigarette lighter port, as well as your UHF system. It's running an Oricom system in it, so it's nice and clean and tidy where it's been put. I'll just get the service book out and just go over a bit of the history. So looks like it was a locally owned vehicle, which is handy. I'm just going to run through the service books when I can get to the section I need to. Okay, so another hand here for a second. Okay, so it's done its 10, 20, it's done 11,000 kilometre service, goes to a 31,000 kilometre service, 39,040, and that puts us to where we are now. So it's had a total of 1, 2, 3 services as per the logbook in here. A bit more of the cab itself and the chair conditions. Yeah. Well, other than that, mate, that is the dual cab Land Cruiser GXL. So I will back it up with an email with a bit more information regarding your questions that you sent through. But mate, this is the brand new 79 series that we're selling. Well, pre-owned. Yeah.